कर दो।
हरे कृष्ण बोलो।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा कार्तिक।
हरे कृष्णा रे।
चलो कीर्तन करो। नमो
विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव जय राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जय राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय वृंदावन धाम जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Karthik. Thank you so much for the wonderful Kirtan and happy Krishna conscious birthday Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Wish you very happy Krishna conscious birthday.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Mataji कार्तिक को बोलो ना नरसिंह आरती करे।
कार्तिक करो 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 आप ही।
और कार्तिक आपको आती तो है नरसिंह आरती, so we can all till the time Giraj Prabhu joins.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya,
हिरण्याकाशी पूर्वक्षः हिरण्याकाशी पूर्वक्षः
तो नरसिंहा पर तो नरसिंहा इतो नरसिंहा पर तो नरसिंहा यतो यतो यामि तो नरसिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा बहे नरसिंहा इधर से नरसिंहा बहे नरसिंहा इधर नरसिंहा नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमल वरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगारिका हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगाया केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय कैलाश महाराज कैलाश महाराज कैलाश महाराज जय कैलाश महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Asha Mataji, and wish you a very happy birthday from all of us today. Huh?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada bless you and your whole family. Thank
You so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, welcome everyone. Our Leelamrit, Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit classes on Friday. So we'll begin our session now. Namo Vishnupada Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So we are back to our reading session of Prabhupada Leelamrit, biography of Srila Prabhupada. So last time we read about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru Maharaj, and how, what was his mood. We read that last time, how he wanted his disciples to be strict, how he was, how he decided that, whether to publish an article or not. He said that the benchmark is how many times the word Krishna or Chaitanya has come. He says if it is used many times, sufficiently, then that article can be published. And also we read how he said that prana chayar se hetu prachar, that one who has life, he can preach. And there's a message. Unnati is saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Unnati, Anita Mata is saying, don't try to see God, but act in such a manner that God sees. Yes, don't try to see God, but act in a manner that God sees you. Yes. Huh? So we saw how he was also called a lion preacher, Simha preacher. And he also said how he had a preaching style called chopping style, because he would chop every other bogus philosophy. He would not leave anything unturned. And towards the end, we wrote a beautiful statement, which is right in front of me. Srila Prabhupada saying, I never asked my spiritual master a question except one: how shall I serve you? So wonderful, huh? That I never asked any question other than how shall I serve you. So now, today we will read about how Prabhupada, what happened to his business, that Prabhupada had his own plan, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna, they had a different plan, So we'll see today what is happening in further in Prabhupada's life after his initiation. Abhay Charande became prominent in pharmaceutical business. He worked well for Bose Laboratory, and other companies wanted him as their agent. He had hopes of becoming rich. Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj ordered me, you do this, but I thought, let me first of all become a rich man, then I shall do. In the beginning, I was thinking, now my god brothers have taken sannyas. They are begging from door to door. Why shall I beg? Let me earn money and start Krishna consciousness. The biggest pharmaceutical company in India, Bengal Chemical, made him an offer, but when they did not fulfill all his conditions, he turned them down, though later he regretted it. Still, they were good signs. The astrologer had predicted he could become one of India's richest men, and Dr. Karthik Bose had told his father-in-law, he is a very intelligent man. But there were also other signs. As many accounts as he had secured by his wide travels, there were also that many bills to collect. Many of the accounts began to fall behind in their payments, and the accumulated debt began to grow until he owed Bose Laboratory a total of 10,000 rupees. So this we are talking a long time back. So 10,000 back then, you can consider it's like maybe 50 lakh rupees today. And Abhay had enemies. The manager who had taken over Abhay's old position as office manager with Bose Laboratory in Calcutta tried to turn Dr. Bose against Abhay, insinuating that he was too independent. They had heard of his negotiating with Bengal Chemical, and the new manager attributed the accumulating debt to Abhay's lack of loyalty to the Home Office. Karthik Bose remained favorably inclined towards Abhay, but when the debt became a financial strain, he went to Allahabad to investigate. At Prayag Pharmacy, he spoke with Dr. Ghosh, who told him he's a very honest man. It's no fault of his. In good faith, he gave all these chemists drugs and credit, but he can't realize the money. All right, Dr. Bose said, but I can't go on giving him money. Abhay went over the accounts with Dr. Karthik Bose, and they both agreed that the best way to settle the matter was for Dr. Bose to take over the Prayag Pharmacy and all of Abhay's accounts. Thus, Abhay was absolved of debt but unemployed. तो जो प्रयाग फार्मेसी थी उनकी, वो डॉक्टर कार्तिक बोस जिनके वो एजेंट थे, उन्होंने ले ली बिकॉज उनका ऋण इतना ज़्यादा हो गया, क्योंकि जो लोग जिन्होंने केमिकल्स खरीदे प्रभुपाद से, कंपनी से, वो दे वर नॉट पेइंग, So debts accumulated. Atulanand Brahmachari approached him. Why didn't you come to the mutt? Now you're free. Abhay began to visit more frequently the nearby Rup Goswami mutt, where the Gaudiya mutt men, in their renounced brahmachari spirit, suggested that he depend completely on Krishna, give up the world, move in with them, and become a full-time preacher. But for Abhay, there was no question of abandoning business. If he did, what would happen to his wife and children? He and Radharani now had a third child, a son, so the financial responsibility was increasing. The brahmacharis were well intentioned in asking him to renounce the world, but it was fine for them to do so. But Abhay couldn't take it very seriously. Without work, he was in a critical situation, but he remained confident and eager to take on new employment. There were other companies that would like to have him as their agent, and some of his old customers wanted him to service them even if he weren't boss man. Abhay thought about starting his own pharmaceutical laboratory. Finally, he decided he would start his own factory, but in a much bigger city than Allahabad. He settled on Bombay. So ये प्रभुपाद बहुत बार प्रभुपाद बोलते थे. He used to say that I have one disease. I cannot think small. He used to say this. I have one disease. I cannot think small. और देखिए कि एक किसी का बिजनेस ठप हो गया हो और वो उनके जो मेन पेरेंट कंपनी है उन्होंने टेक ओवर कर लिया उनका सारा बिजनेस. सो ही इज़ नॉट थिंकिंग टू स्टार्ट स्मॉल, बट ही इज़ थिंकिंग कि मेरे को और बड़ा काम करना है और मैं किसी बड़े शहर में, और बॉम्बे जो भारत की फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल थी आज भी है, उन्होंने वहाँ जाके अपना बिजनेस खोलने का सोचा. सो नाउ विल सी व्हाट हैपेंस नेक्स्ट. He decided that his family should remain in Allahabad and he and his brother would travel to Bombay, take an apartment, and survey the prospects for starting a factory there. Although Radharani was used to her husband's traveling, it had never been as extended as this promised to be. Abhay talked with her, explaining that his recent business loss had been an arrangement of Krishna. Now, again, to provide for his family, he would have to start a large business, and that could best be done in a major city like Bombay. But family life in Allahabad would be temporarily disrupted. He set up a very small pharmaceutical manufacturing unit there in Allahabad, put his nephew Tulsi in charge, and left for Bombay with his brother. In Bombay, Abhay rented an apartment on Grant Road and, applying the knowledge he had gained as manager of Bose Laboratory, started his own pharmaceutical factory. Business was going well when a large company, Smith Institute, wanted him as their sales agent. Abhay took the job thinking that he could earn money as this Smith's representative while at the same time developing his own business. He was confident of his ability to earn money in the pharmaceutical line. While traveling around Bombay on business, Abhay met some members of the Gaudiya Mutt, Bhakti Rakshak, Sridhar Maharaj, and Bhakti Sharang Goswami, senior sannyasi disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Abhay recognized them as respected God brothers, well versed in the scriptures and Vaishnava philosophy. It seems he was destined to find his God brothers wherever he went. Both he and the sannyasis regarded their apparently odd meeting in the city as auspicious. Like the members of the Gaudiya Mutt he had met in Allahabad, these preachers had no permanent center, but they were trying to start one. On behalf of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, they were going door to door soliciting supporters for a Bombay branch of the Gaudiya Mutt. So now we see कि ISKCON भी जब प्रभुपाद ने शुरू किया, how he sent devotees, that he already had that experience, how to go on open new centers. In the same manner, his Guru Maharaj used to send brahmacharis out other cities, new cities to go and open new centers. Abhay wanted to help. As a fellow god brother in service of a spiritual master, he offered them his services. Although as sannyasis they were in a superior position, in their somewhat helpless condition, they looked up to Abhay to help for help. They had been staying in a small place on Proctor Road and had found little opportunity to make important contacts. Now they formed a team, Abhay introducing the sannyasis to business acquaintances and the sannyasis taking donations for the new center. Abhay Charna Arvind was good at collecting funds and he willingly gave his time. Again, his god brothers began pulling at him to participate fully in the Gaudiya Math preaching. Srila Prabhupada, we made a party for collecting alms, Sridhar Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, and myself. I took them to some of my chemist and doctor friends, and in 2 days we collected 500 rupees. Sridhar Maharaj would speak, I would introduce, and Goswami Maharaj would canvass. So Goswami Maharaj was very much appreciated, and he began to speak highly about me. For a Babu, he is so expert. He has got so many friends and he has collected so much. Why should he not be in charge of our mutt? Why shouldn't he live with us? Why is he living separately? Abhay visited the mutt quarters on Proctor Road, where he joined the devotees in Kirtan and heard them speak from Bhagavatam. At the sannyasi's request, Abhay took on the responsibility of finding a more suitable place for the Bombay Center. Wherever he went in the city, he looked for likely locations, just as, just as he had responsibilities for his wife and family in Allahabad. By dint of his initiation, he was responsibly bound to assist his god brothers. हाँ, ये कितने लोग सोचते हैं देखिए ऐसे. He's thinking as I have responsibility for my wife and kids. By dint of his initiation, he was responsibly bound to assist his god brothers because they were serving the mission of his Guru Maharaj. This is the right etiquette and mood one should have. He had to take part in the preaching, not simply struggle so that he might exist in the world of business competition. But he didn't think he could ever live like the sannyasis. No possession, no business, sleeping on the bare floor, taking only simple meals. February 25, 1935. It was the 62nd birthday of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. At Jagannath Puri, where Srila Bhakti Siddhanta was residing, the devotees observed the day with ceremony. At the small Bombay Center, the few disciples planned an evening observance and invited local people. For the occasion, Abhay wrote a poem. It's a very beautiful poem. I don't know कि मैं कैसे इसको ठीक से बोल पाऊंगा, but it's a very wonderful poem. So just here. Guru Maharaj used to sing this poem. He used to sing this poem in a meter. Adore, adore ye all, the happy day, blessed than heaven, sweeter than May, when he appeared at Puri, the holy place, my Lord and Master, his divine grace. This Prabhupada is writing for his Guru Maharaj on his 62nd birthday. O my Master, the evangelic angel, give us thy light, light up thy candle. Struggle for existence, a human race, the only hope, his divine grace. Misled we are, all going astray. Save us, Lord, our fervent pray. Wonder thy ways, to turn our face, adore thy feet, your divine grace. Forgotten Krishna, we fallen souls, paying most heavy, the illusions toll, darkness around, all untrace, the only hope, his divine grace. Message of service thou hast brought, a healthful life as Chaitanya wrought. Unknown to all, it's full of brace. That's your gift, your divine grace. Absolute is sentient, thou hast proved. Impersonal calamity, thou hast moved. This gives us a life anew and fresh. Worship thy feet, your divine grace. Had you not come, who had told the message of Krishna, forceful and bold? That's your right, you have the mace. Save me a fallen, your divine grace. The line of service as drawn by you is pleasing and healthy like a morning dew, the oldest of all, but in new dress, miracle done, your divine grace. Abhay Charan Das. Huh? So you can see how good was his English, huh? Especially his prose, this poem he wrote, or especially ye jo, I think the third last para, this Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati really liked this para. This absolute is sentient, thou hast proved impersonal calamity, thou hast moved. He really liked these lines. Absolute is sentient means absolute has feelings. It is not Brahman. So absolute, this is what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati strongly preached. Absolute doesn't mean some energy or something impersonal. Sentient means somebody has feeling. He can feel. Thou hast proved impersonal calamity, thou hast moved. So he's taken. So also the last one, the line of service as drawn by you is pleasing and healthy like morning dew. So line of service means that after many years, many years of gap, it was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, जो आप हमारे परंपरा देखते हैं कि जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी कैसे दिखाते हैं परंपरा इस्कॉन में, चैतन्य महाप्रभु पंचतत्व, वैसे पंचतत्व, then Shat Goswami, then we have Jagannath Das Babaji, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and then of course Prabhupada. So this line he drew, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati drew this line. This is how the parampara is flowing. Before that nobody drew the line. Line in the sense कि जैसे कि क्योंकि बीच में बहुत सारे गैप्स थे, जैसे आप समझ सकते हैं कि जो जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी हैं, he was not the Diksha Guru of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Similarly, Bhakti Vinod Thakur was not the Diksha Guru of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. But the Acharyas, they draw a line. This is how the Shiksha is flowing. So he proved from this, जो लिखा है इन्होंने, the line of service as drawn by you, because he proved कि Diksha is not so important, Shiksha is important. So parampara flows through Shiksha, like that. तो उन्होंने ये पूरी line draw की थी after much gap, कि this is our line. आगे पढ़ते हैं. Abhay also composed a speech which he read before the assembled guests and members of the Gaudiya Math. Although his first language was Bengali, his English was clear and natural. So he wrote a speech also on this day, on a 62nd birthday of his Guru Maharaj. Gentlemen, the offerings of such a homage has been arranged this evening to the Acharya Dev is not sectarian concern, because when we speak of the fundamental principle of Gurudev or Acharya Dev, we speak of something that is of universal application. There does not arise any question of discriminating my Guru from that of yours or anyone else. There is only one Guru who appears in an infinity of forms to teach you and me and all others. अभी देखिए, ये philosophical, even senior Vaishnavas, they are unable to understand this, कि जो गुरु हैं वो एक है. Why? Because they speak the same thing. And he's saying there is only one Guru who appears in an infinity of forms. So who is that Guru? That Guru is Krishna. He comes in various forms. And और वो अलग-अलग forms में क्यों आते हैं Krishna? Because each one of us has different inclination. My nature is different, your nature is different, another person nature is different. So हमें वो व्यक्ति अच्छा लगता है जिससे हम relate कर पाए. इसीलिए कृष्ण इतने सारे जो है बोनाफाइड गुरुज के रूप में आते हैं. तो क्योंकि हमारी जिस तरह की नेचर है, हमें उसी तरह के व्यक्ति पसंद आते हैं. So इसीलिए he comes in so many different forms, in so many different ways, in different personalities, because then we get attracted by that particular nature. uh, that is our conditioning. But to make, what do you say, best of a bad bargain, then he comes in all this. But the guru is one, as a tattva is one. आगे बोल रहे हैं प्रभुपाद, the guru or acharya dev, as we learn from the bona fide scriptures, delivers the message of the absolute world. I mean the transcendental abode of the absolute personality, where everything non-differentially serves the absolute truth. Because where everything is non-differentially, because qualitatively there everybody is Satchidanand. Everybody has Satchidanand body. So qualitatively one, only quantitatively different. Like the poem, the speech was personal, but even more than the poem, it was authoritative, philosophical preaching. The God brothers were impressed to hear Abhay presenting the Vaishnava philosophy so expertly. How was it possible? Why they are saying how was it possible? Because he was a grasta. He was a grasta, a businessman who's running his household. And these are big sannyasis. And he's saying, how can he has such strong philosophical understanding and clarity? Of course, it should not have come as a surprise. He had heard the Vaishnava philosophy from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, just like his God brothers. Why should he not be able to enunciate the teachings of his spiritual master, having heard from him and having read Gita, Bhagavatam, and Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu? Was he not a devotee in the parampara? But until now, no one knew he could preach in English so expertly. The speech continues. Therefore, if the absolute truth is one, about which we think there is no difference of opinion, the Guru also cannot be two. The Acharya Dev, to whom we have assembled tonight to offer our humble homage, is not the Guru of a sectarian institution or one out of many differing exponents of truth. On the contrary, he is the Jagat Guru, or the Guru of all of us. The only difference is that some obey him wholeheartedly, while others do not obey him directly. तो जैसे ये गुरु के लिए बोल रहे हैं, it is true for a Jagat Guru that everybody is a disciple. This is said for Prabhupada also. Jagat Guru means everybody is disciples. Only thing is some know it and some don't. Like that. The Guru of whom Abhay spoke, of course, was Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, the representative of the original compiler of the scriptures, Vyasdev. Abhay explained how Lord Krishna had delivered transcendental knowledge to Brahma, the creator of this particular universe. From Brahma, the knowledge had descended to Narad, from Narad to Vyas, from Vyas to Madhva, because Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was presenting the Vedic knowledge as is, without any interpretation, in parampara. He was a bona fide acharya who could enlighten others with the revealed knowledge of Vedas. Abhay continued, Gentlemen, our knowledge is so poor, our senses are so imperfect, and our sources are so limited that it is not possible for us to have even the slightest knowledge of the absolute region without surrendering ourselves at the lotus feet of Sri Vyasdev or his bona fide representative. This transcendental knowledge, Abhay explained, had been known in India for thousands of years, and this knowledge, although presently obscured, was India's real gift to the world. The speech continues. We must conclude that the darkness of the present age is not due to lack of material advancement. ये बहुत सुंदर है, देखिए शब्द दोबारा पढ़ता हूँ. We must conclude that the darkness of the present age is not due to lack of material advancement, but that we have lost the clue to our spiritual advancement, which is the prime necessity of human life and the criteria of the highest type of civilization. Then Prabhupada gives now examples. How जो ये advancement है, material advancement, it doesn't mean any any advancement. Throwing of bombs from the aeroplanes is no advancement of civilization from the primitive, uncivilized way of dropping big stones on the heads of the enemies from the top of the hills. Because why it is? Because it is the same activity. What man was doing in a primitive age, कि कोई दुश्मन लगता था तो उसके सिर पे पत्थर फेंकते थे क्योंकि और कुछ हथियार था नहीं. और यहाँ पर they are saying they are throwing bombs from the aeroplanes. It is the same thing. Just the detail has changed. जिसे बोलते हैं कि मनुष्य जीवन में और पशु जीवन में कोई फर्क नहीं है. अगर all we do is ahar nidra bhe mathunam. So what is the man doing? He's doing all these four things in a more sophisticated manner. That's about it. Otherwise, they are doing the same thing. Similar is what Prabhupada is saying here. Improvement of the art of killing our neighbors by inventing machine guns and by means of poisonous gases is certainly no advancement from the primitive barbarism priding itself on its art of killing by bows and arrows. Nor does the development of a sense of pampered selfishness prove anything more than intellectual animalism. क्या वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं? More than animal intellectualism. Thus, while others were yet in the womb of the historical oblivion, the sages of India had developed a different kind of civilization which enables us to know ourselves. They had discovered that we are not at all material entities, but we are all spiritual, permanent, and non-destructible servants of the Absolute. So you can see, even in that 1935, his philosophical understanding was first class. The speech continued, describing the horrible consequences of a misspent human life, the sufferings of repeated birth and death. Again and again, Abhay stressed the need to surrender to the spiritual master. He criticized empirical, mundane philosophers, godless politicians, and blind sense gratifiers. He repeatedly pointed to the soul's natural and sublime position as the servant of God and as the servant of the pure devotee of God. हाँ, ये भी बहुत जरूरी है. देखिए क्या है, ये लाइन बहुत सुंदर है कि he repeatedly pointed out the soul's natural and sublime position as the servant of God, जो हम जनरली मानते हैं, yes, but अगली लाइन आगे सुनिए, but and as the servant of the pure devotee of the God. Never independent. We are always dasa no dasa, like this. And especially of our spiritual master. Our link with Krishna is via spiritual master. थोड़े टाइम पहले मैं सुन रहा था कैसे जो प्रभुपाद के डिसाइपल हैं, माता जी शी वाज शेयरिंग कि एक बार जब शुरू में बुकलेट्स छपनी शुरू हुई प्रभुपाद के लेक्चर्स की इस तरह से, और कई बार उनके पास ब्रोशर आते थे प्रभुपाद के पास कि ये कोई इवेंट हो रही है किसी देश में या किसी शहर में. सो और अगर कहीं, क्योंकि भक्त नए थे, दे हैड नो क्लू, सो कई बार अगर प्रभुपाद का नाम नहीं लिखा होता था, देन प्रभुपाद वुड गेट अपसेट. एंड once I think it was Govinda Dasi Mataji, she asked Prabhupada that what is the problem, something like that. I'm just paraphrasing. And Prabhupada said ki, from the day if we see our spiritual progress or anything is and we don't acknowledge the role of our guru in our life, so he said from that day your fall down starts. He said like that. He says from that day your fall down starts. If you don't see ki whatever you're doing is simply due to mercy of your Gurudev. So it is very important for us to always be dependent on our Guru Maharaj, on our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, who is the shelter of everybody in ISKCON. And this is our natural position also, Prabhupada saying, as a servant of the pure devotee of God. Abhay, an initiated disciple of his spiritual master for a little more than 2 years, referring to himself as a student, continued. अब देखिए कितना सुंदर ये लिखते हैं. Gentlemen, although we are like ignorant children in the knowledge of the transcendence, still His Divine Grace, my Gurudev, has kindled a small fire within us to dissipate the invincible darkness of the empirical knowledge. And we are so much, so on, कितना सुंदर है देखिए, and we are so much, so on the safe side that no amount of philosophical argument of the empiric school of thought can deviate us an inch from the position of our eternal dependence on the lotus feet of his divine grace. जो मैं आपसे बात कर रहा था, इस शुरू से ही प्रभुपाद का मूड रहा है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बाद में जब वो आचार्य बने, देखिए कि जब वो 2 साल हुए उनको दीक्षा हुए 1935 की बात हो रही है, 36 की, कि क्या उनका मूड था कि वी कैनॉट, कि दो वी आर, he said we are ignorant but we cannot deviate an inch from the position of our eternal dependence on the lotus feet of his divine grace, and we are prepared to challenge the most erudite scholars of Mayavad schools on this vital issue. What is that issue? That the personality of Godhead and his transcendental sports in Golok alone constitute the sublime information of the Vedas. Vedescha sarve ahameva vedyo. So the purpose of the Vedas is to take person to the highest goal, and that goal is Golok Vrindavan, where Krishna has many pastime with his eternal associates. He then ended his speech with an eloquent prayer of submission. Personally, I have no hope to have any direct service for the coming crores of birth of the sojourn of my life. But I am confident that someday or other I shall be delivered from this mire of delusion in which I am at present so deeply sunk. Therefore, let me with all my earnestness pray at the lotus feet of my divine master to let me suffer the lot which I am destined to do for all my past misdoings, but to let me have this power of recollection that I am nothing but a tiny servant of the Almighty Absolute Godhead, realized through an unflinching mercy of my divine master. Let me therefore bow down at his lotus feet with all the humility at my command. कितना सुंदर है देखिए. सो ये इतने सुंदर जो शब्द हैं ये प्रभुपाद के हृदय से निकल रहे हैं. सो we should have similar feelings for Prabhupada and our spiritual master. और कितना देखिए कितना लिखते हैं कि कोई मुझे दुख नहीं है कि to let me suffer the lot which I am destined to do for all my past misdoings. कि जो भी दुखाने हैं वो दुखाते रहें क्योंकि वो मेरे कारण आ रहे हैं. यूजुअली जो एक साधारण व्यक्ति है, कई बार डिवोटीज भी, दे थिंक वी आर गुड पीपल, I am a good person and bad things are happening to me. This is general understanding. I am a good person, but bad things happen to me. But those who are spiritual, what do they say? I am a bad person and good things are happening to me by mercy of my Guru. This is just a change of vision. You know, all of us think like this. We are a good person, we are not so bad person. But I don't know why these bad things keep on happening, even if we have become devotee. But Prabhupada is saying, let me suffer the lot which I am destined to do for all my misdoings. But what is wants? But let me have this power of recollection that I am nothing but a tiny servant of the Almighty Absolute Godhead, realized through an unflinching mercy of my divine master. Let me therefore bow down at his lotus feet with all the humility at my command. He submitted both the poem and speech to the harmonist. The poem, Abhe's first publication, announced him as a competent writer in English. And Swami Bhakti Pradeep Tirth, editor of Harmonist, informally dubbed Abhe as Kavi, learned poet. Some of Abhe's godbrothers also picked up on the name and began calling him Kavi. Most of them, even the sannyasis, were not so proficient in English. But Abhay was not ordinary. They could appreciate that the poem was personal, written out of Abhay's genuine worship and his joy at having accepted a genuine spiritual master, but it was also written strictly in accord with the conclusions of the scriptures. For Abhay, however, the glory of his Sri Vyas Puja homage came when the poem reached Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and it gave him pleasure. Yes, that is the uh, one stanza specifically made Srila Bhaktisiddhanta so happy that he made a point of showing it to all his guests. हाँ, कितना सुंदर है देखिए हाँ, कि absolute is sentient, thou has proved, impersonal calamity, thou has moved. Somehow, in this simple couplet, Abhay had captured the essence of his spiritual master's preaching against the Mayavadis. And Srila Bhakti Siddhant took it as an indication of how well Abhay knew the mind of his Gurudev. Abhay was delighted when he heard that the couplet was pleasing to his spiritual master. One of Abhay's godbrother compared this verse by Abhay to a verse in which Srila Rup Goswami had expressed the inner thinking of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and thus moved him to ecstasy. ये चैतन्य महाप्रभु की लीला है कैसे कि जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा के दौरान he was singing a song. There's a girl, there's a boy, they were sitting near the river, like that. Or to a normal person, that it looked like a common song, like a उन दिनों तो फिल्म नहीं होती थी, but like a film song. It looked like an ordinary song, and everybody, or few people got very amazed how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is singing such a ordinary song, with a boy and a girl, and nobody knew why he was singing. और उसके बाद चैतन्य महाप्रभु हर रोज रूप गोस्वामी और हरिदास ठाकुर से मिलने जाते थे. तो उन दिनों रूप गोस्वामी वाज इन जगन्नाथपुरी, ही वाज देयर. एंड जब उनके घर गए तो रूप गोस्वामी स्नान करने गए हुए थे. तो जब वो घर के अंदर एंटर कर रहे थे तो छत के अंदर जैसे, क्योंकि पहले वो उस पे ताम्रपत्र पे लिखते थे, तो ही सॉ ए ताम्रपत्र, एंड देयर ही सॉ written like a short comment written by Rup Goswami, in which he revealed how those lines are speaking about Srimati Radharani missing Krishna, like that. And Mahaprabhu was very, very happy because he had not told anybody why he was singing the song. So he was singing that song to relish, how Srimati Radharani is missing Krishna. In that mood, he was singing that song. But he hadn't told anybody about it. So when Rup Goswami came, then he hugged him, or rather slapped him also on his back. That how did you know this? How did you know this? And later he asked Rup Damodar also, his secretary, how did he? Rupa knows this. And Surup Damodar Goswami said that nobody knows it unless you have, empowered somebody. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, I hugged him and I had empowered him for everything. इसीलिए बोलते हैं श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टम स्थापितम ये न भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यम ददाति स्व पदांतिकम. जो हम ये श्लोक बोलते हैं मंगलाचरण में, उसका मतलब यही है कि आई प्रे टू रूप गोस्वामी who knows the mind and heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He knew what is going on inside him. So इसी तरह से उदाहरण दे रहे हैं कि इसी तरह से जो ये पैरा है, जो ये कपलेट गाया, that it is like Srila Prabhupada, he knew the mood of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru Maharaj. So that is being explained. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati also found the essay pleasing, and he showed it to some of his confidential devotees. He instructed the editor of the Harmonist, whatever he writes, publish it. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So So this is we're already this is a long section which will start now. So we'll end here, and I just want to request devotees to come forward and share what did they like in today's class, what touched their heart, reading what we read from today's section of Srila Prabhupada Lila Amrit.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी, एक तो ये गुरु इज वन जो स्पीच में बता रहे थे, that was some different point of view, मतलब कभी सुना नहीं था ऐसा कि, so it was very good. And दूसरा ये बता रहे थे कि Krishna's pastimes in Golok constitute information of the Vedas. So that was beautiful line. So I like that. And in the poem, Prabhupada ji was saying that he mentioned fallen twice in the poem जो Prabhupada ji ने लिखी थी. तो मतलब उससे पता चलता है how great he was. So
Yes.
that touched my heart. And also, Prabhuji, I have written something in the chat, so I didn't understand the meaning of these. If you can explain it.
किसका प्रभु जी?
Chat में लिखा है प्रभु जी.
Please explain the meaning of these 4 lines. Absolute is sentient. Sentient मैंने बताया था आपको कि sentient means anybody who can feel, who has feelings. तो usually जो मायावादी हैं, they मानते हैं कि भगवान नहीं है, बल्कि God is energy, it is Brahma Jyoti, like that. So he, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, through his strong preaching और शास्त्रों से उन्होंने कोट करके बताया कि कैसे जो भगवान है, he is a person, he can feel, he has feelings, he can interact with you like that. So ये कह रहे हैं कि absolute is the sentient. Thou has proved, he has proved, how through Shastras he proved, not from what he thinks, but he proved from the Shastras कि भगवान is a person, is not an energy. And impersonal calamity thou has moved. तो वो जो impersonal calamity मतलब क्योंकि जो ये मायावादी जो ये मुसीबत है उसको उन्होंने दूर कर दिया. He has moved that because he proved कि भगवान is a person, like that.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Ronnie Prabhu is writing, Hare Krishna Prabhu. I loved when you said Diksha is not important. No, I got shifted. He's saying, Hare Krishna Prabhu, I like this. By dint of his initiation, he was responsibly bound to assist his god brothers. Yeah. Actually, we cannot serve our spiritual master because he's a spiritual personality, whereas we are conditioned souls. So what we do is we assist in his mission. And one of the duty of the disciple is to assist his god brothers in whatever they are doing to serve their god, their spiritual master. It is a duty like this. Thank you, Ronnie Prabhu. Or one is saying, I loved when you said Diksha is not important, but Shiksha is. And also I loved the poem part and speech by Srila Prabhupada. Oh, thank you, Vanya. It's so amazing. Huh? Yes. Always remember, Diksha is important, but what is more important is Shiksha. What we hear and what we learn and what we apply in our life, that is more important rather than just taking Diksha. Megha Mataji is saying, Srila Prabhupada knows the mood of a spiritual master, even he was a grahastha. Everyone was astonished how he knows the glimpse of Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. Yes, Megha Mataji, yes, है ना. इसीलिए बोलते हैं दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित. जिस दिव्य ज्ञान is revealed in the heart. हम देख रहे हैं कैसे जो सन्यासीस थे, they were so surprised that how his knowledge about philosophy is so strong. He's just a grahastha, a businessman, like that. But it is one who understands the mood of his Guru Maharaj by dint of his, usually it comes by dint of affection and attachment to the lotus feet of the guru, like that. So thank you माता जी. और हमेशा एक जो प्रभुपाद बहुत बार कोट करते हैं श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद से लाइन, यस्य देवे परा भक्तिर यथा देवे तथा गुरु तस्यति कथिता ही अर्था प्रकाशन्ते महात्मना. कि one who has unflinching devotion for the Supreme Lord and has same unflinching devotion towards the spiritual master, then all the essence of all the scriptures are revealed in the heart. So that is what an acharya shows by their own conduct. So Prabhupada, through his own conduct, though they are both, spiritual personalities, eternal associate of Krishna, but by dint of their behavior, by their own acharan, they show what one can achieve. So thank you so much, Mataji. Or Unnati is saying, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I really loved the poem written by Prabhupada and like the rest of the class too. Thank you, Unnati. I hope I am able to serve you. Class gets sometimes little serious. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I really loved the poem written by Prabhupada. Yes, thank you. And Ronnie Prabhu is saying also this, on the contrary, he is the Jagat Guru or the Guru of all of us. The only difference is some obey him wholeheartedly while others do not obey him directly. They obey the Maya. Similarly, is for devotees also. That it is said by realized souls, actually everybody is a devotee of Krishna. Some know, some do not know, but that is the only difference, right? Then Meghabad is saying, we are bad, but good things are happening with us in devotional life. Yes, by the mercy of Guru, we should know कि जो भी हमारे साथ कष्ट मिल रहे हैं वो सारे हमारे पूर्व जन्मों का फल है, और जो अच्छा हो रहा है by mercy of Prabhupada और कृष्णा, हमारे जो कष्ट हैं वो ज़्यादा मिलने चाहिए थे पर इनकी कृपा से कम मिल रहे हैं. Okay, so this is what we heard. Or I know all the fun with Krishna. Our group is reading Prabhupada Lilamrit. Neha Mataji is reading to them. So please hear and read Lilamrit. जब भी पढ़ेंगे हम पाते हैं कि बड़े आसानी से, बड़े एक नेचुरल ढंग से हम जान सकते हैं कि गृहस्थ आश्रम में रहते हुए भी कैसे one can become a Mahabhagavad. Because Acharya is showing, which means it is possible. That is why he's doing all this. Otherwise they don't need to go through all this. They are going through all this to show how within the Grahastha life one can become Mahabhagavad, a great devotee of the Lord, like this. So we will end the class now. Thank you so much for your feedback and wonderful comments. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatrubhescha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.